And I do think that is it. Yeah, it is on there. It is live. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, and there's Ginny straight on. Saying hello. So what did you go on? Oh, YouTube. Right. Okay, cool. All right. So just thought I would pop on and do like a little bit of a live. Just did our what do you call it? Our weekly meeting yesterday. Now we have kind of changed the platform and changed the way we're working right now. So we are going on to it's called a school.com is the actual platform. I'm going to share the screen in a little while. We've moved over to that completely now. I'm going to be going over there totally off everything else, totally off Facebook and relying completely on that other platform called school.com on Checkmate the Matrix. So I'll share it in a while. I actually did have the link on here as well. How do you do that now? On the other platform, you can actually share the link. I wonder if you can do that on here. What is a banner? Can you do that? I don't know how to do it. But let's have a look and see. Where is my funnel? The link. I can't really see because I have just in front of me is actually the camera, so I can't see what you're seeing. I can just see it, the camera all being in front. So if I actually put that in the chat onto there. Hi Philip, how are you doing? On there. And Ali Rig, yeah, I've been on for ages. And there is checkmatethematrix.com. That's what we're actually moving on to. We're going to move everything onto there, checkmatethematrix.com. So what is checkmatethematrix.com? I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Checkmate the Matrix. So if you listen to some people, some really experienced, clever people that are talking about how to get above the Matrix, how to beat the Matrix, you know, it's all about a game, isn't it? So if it's a game, it's got to be a game of chess, because you're certainly not playing checkers. You're certainly not playing anything that's less complicated than chess to be able to actually beat them. And they are playing very complicated chess moves, chess games. So what we're doing is we're actually going to teach people on how to actually checkmate the actual matrix by using better moves in them. And I'm just getting a bit annoyed at sort of like looking at other groups that are like constantly trying to create controversy. Okay, so if we see there's another group that I've been studying with for quite a long time now, and they actually say you have to remove all controversy from everything. You have to remove all controversy from your life. If you want to get ahead of the matrix, or you want to actually even compete with the matrix, then you're going to have to actually remove controversy from your life with them. Hi, how are you doing? Just remember on Facebook, right? If you don't, I don't know what you have to do with the actual software, but it says that if you don't put your name in or something, all it says is Facebook user when you say hi. So I'm not being ignorant when I don't say a name. It's because I can't see it. But hello, thank you for coming along. But yeah, so that's what it's all about. Checkmatethematrix.com. There's the link. I've just put it on there. It's like, oh, Petri, how you doing, Petri? All the way from Sweden. Excellent to see you on there. Brilliant. Doing good work as well. You are actually doing really good work. It's very good to see. But yeah, that's what. So anyway, as I'm saying, that's what I'm talking about. Is like being in a position where we can remove all of the actual controversy from the way we're actually living our lives. That is how we can actually move forward in the matrix. So 20 court cases at the same time. Well, we're actually going that kind of way as well, Petri. But we're using the two separate systems that we're using is equity and in some ways like trust. But on the equity side, being in the UK, because I know you're not, unfortunately, for yourself, but because we're in the UK, we've got a common law jurisdiction, which means we have a dual two jurisdictions, equity and the common law. So we're actually being able to develop and use the equity. We've been studying it for quite some time, and we are having some amazing results where we've had difficulties before. So yeah, and I know you're doing really well, and I know things. You're fighting some brilliant cases, Petri. So congratulations on your achievements, and well done for everything that you're doing, because you're helping loads of people as well, which is fantastic. And that's what it's all about: trying to help people. That's just what the whole thing's supposed to be about: trying to help people, and then putting out solutions for people where they can actually make take advantage of it, and have benefits that are tied to actually doing something. It's not about fighting everybody else or trying to actually worry about what other people are doing, like Petri there in Sweden, but doing fantastic work, and trying to help people and figuring out how to actually fight the matrix, and which is what the checkmatethematrix.com is about. So you have to actually go on to the link, got your leg there, which is they've got the opt-in part as well. So again, I'll put it back in there again. And on the other software that we use, we can actually put a link in, and I don't know if you can do it here. I've never been on for a while. I don't know what a banner is. If you can actually put that in and put a link on it, but you can on the other software. We moved over to the other video software to get away from YouTube. Not YouTube, what do you call the thing? Zoom, because they changed all of their privacy terms and conditions, which means that they can keep everything and do whatever they want with anything that you've got, all your videos. So you've got no privacy, right? They can actually do anything that they want with that. It's not very good conditions to actually be under, is it? Hey Lou, how are you doing? Actually, I can do that, can't I? That I can do. Okay, so it's not a live link, but you can actually put that on. So that is the link for the checkmatethematrix.com. So what is it about? Obviously, everything else that we've been doing anyway, fighting the actual system. However, doing it with a sensible version, and also, right, love them or hate them, you've got Andrew Tate, which I've been following for quite some time, especially obviously, mixed in with the martial arts and everything like that. And the hello there, hi mate, on Facebook, they're saying there we need to actually increase our income and get out of this bottom level, because if you look at what they're trying to actually do on the system, right, they're going to make it worse for us, harder for us all the time, no matter what happens. So, and I was going over the actual systems that they're putting in place on the government, right? So now on the pension side, I mean, it is the pensions, but it's all benefits. So anybody that's on a benefit, including a pension, they can now just go in and inspect all of your bank accounts, have a look at all of the transactions and know everything that you're doing. And this is now, even before the CBDCs come in place. And believe you me, they are coming in place. This is the thing, right? If you don't think that everything's going to turn digital currency, that you've got to really start studying what's going on with the dollar, which is getting destroyed because it's all going to be replaced with digital currency, backed by gold in some cases, but still a digital currency. So what the cabal are pushing for, okay, what they're actually pushing for is to turn it all into what they call CBDCs, central bank digital currency. What's a central bank digital currency? Well, if you look at the UK version with old Fishy Rishi, even before he was Prime Minister, right, because we all voted him in, didn't we? Oh, right, okay. So have a look when he was the whatever Chancellor. Then hiya Caramel, how you doing? Good to see you on here. Then he actually said there that they were introducing the CBDCs. The CBDCs that they're introducing into the UK, let's call it the digital pound, you're only allowed to have on a personal account. Make a note of that, por favor. On a personal account, you can only have 20,000 maximum. On a business account, that doesn't count. Did you know that? So if you actually just created even a dormant limited company, didn't actually get it training, you can actually go in and have as much money as you actually wanted on there, okay, with them new digital pounds. So if it's only on a personal account that it actually works like that, you know. So yes, there's still going to be massive limitations, but there's ways that we can actually wangle around it. The biggest way and the best way that you're ever going to find, and I've been so crazy this week, you know, I was meant to actually get a video and do a video with a friend of mine about decentralized finance, and we're going to start putting a lot more decentralized finance videos out there where you can move away from the banking system and be your own bank. Is it easy? No. Right? Is it going to be worth it? Well, hell yes. Right? Do you want to actually have the government and the banking system controlling everything? We've been giving away our lives and our control to the banks little bit by little bit by little bit, right, for decades, until now they rule everything. Okay, so you know, what you can actually do is move on to the decentralized finance system. Then you are your own bank. So you need to study a little bit. I'm not saying it's easy to find out what's going on, but you know, you have to actually start looking into this, because if you're trying to think, well, I tell you what, I'm going to run after like this group over here who's saying we should all be going and fighting and not paying the council tax. Like, you know, the only people that you're making rich, by the way, are the debt collectors, right? Bristol's and Suter, right? Even when they've had to pay out their fines and everything like that, they're making more money than they made in their lives. That company. How? Because all these people are fighting council tax and then ended up having to pay fortunes, right? So these groups, right, that are telling people to go out and fight all the council tax, the only thing you're actually doing is lengthening your pain, confusing the issue, not watching the bigger picture of what's really going on, because you're too busy adding controversy to your life, right? Not looking at how you can actually save your future and get into decentralized finance and actually work so you can escape the matrix. Let's go and work and worry about like fighting the council tax and making all of the debt collectors rich. Something's not right there, okay? To me, something seems to be extremely fishy. You know, why these groups are actually screaming and shouting, go and fight this, go. I'm not saying that they've got shares in the debt collecting companies, right? But there's definitely something a bit off, and it just definitely smells a little bit funny to me. So I'm extremely dubious about their motives. Like I say, I've been studying. If you want to go and have a look at it, you don't have to look at my links. I haven't got one on here, but look at his name's John Little or Greg, and they run the Sovereign's Way course. Now, I actually did a free course with them. It wasn't with Greg, but it was with Jennifer Goodwin and John Little, and it was all about the law, the real law of man. And then we moved on and we did a second course with them. They're called Law Common to I, and it was how to actually create notices and how to stand and express your own law as a man or a woman. And then I went on to the Sovereign's Way and did that with Greg and John. Now, this is how we actually express our law, and you do it by removing controversy. Now, since then, I moved on to study equity as well, still involved in doing a course in equity. Just a quick note there. When I was actually doing debtor creditor, which, you know, like is still valid, and you're fighting debts, when I say debt, by the way, just bear this in mind. A debt to me, and when I'm working on fighting a debt, is a credit card or a bank loan, or maybe personal finance. That is debt. Credit created by your sign of nature. That to me is unpaid credit, which you created with your sign of nature, which is how the actual banking system works, by the creation of credit. It's money created out of thin air. and then it's given back to you as a loan, be it a credit card, personal finance, or a bank loan. That is how I work, and that's what I see as a debt. An unpaid bill, and I don't deal with. If you haven't paid council tax, I don't deal with that. If you haven't paid your electric or utility bills, water bills, that's not to me a debt. That is just something you haven't paid. All right, that is a bill. I'm just talking about credit created by your signature, and then it's like working in the system. Basically, what the banks have done is stole off you, because you created credit by signing what you believed was an application, even a mortgage, by the way, but I'm not going to go that deep, right? But like, you're signing a credit card agreement, or it would be a loan agreement. It's actually a financial instrument which creates it. It's very much like you've just signed a check and then given them a check, and then they've actually deposited it in their bank and created that actual credit. Okay. Hi Tim, how are you doing? Is it raining down there? I don't think it's raining here, actually. It was earlier on. It's very damp. It's not raining now. Yeah, good to see you. Well, welcome in, welcome in. It's a night out, Friday night out. So that's what I'm actually talking about when I'm saying debt. So whenever I talk about debt collectors, that's the words I mean, debt collectors. So I'm making a big point of this for a reason, because like I got into a bit of a sort of like debate, we'll call it, with a guy, we call him BBB, you know, and who it wasn't even him, it was someone else who took a little bit of a video I was saying when I was talking about debt collectors, and I actually said bailiffs, which is a slang word, by the way, because they don't exist. If you're actually talking about the high court enforcement officers, and underneath them the high court enforcement agents who have power, if you get a court order, or if you've got a fine and you get a court order from that, that's a different matter, right? But the debt collectors, especially like people like Resolve Call, who've got no contract with you, who've got no business talking to you, will come and knock on your door, the cheeky scumbags, right? Because you've like not paid your credit card bill. Resolve Call, right? They will come and knock on the door. Oh, we'll come to collect this money. Right? They've got no right to do it. They've got no legal standard. They've got no chosen action. They've got no deed of assignment, and they should not be talking to you point blank. That is what I'm talking about. You want help with that? Then we can do it through smashyourdebt.com. Okay. Just got home from Irish dancing. Lovely. Brilliant. I mean, you know, I've only come on live now. I don't really do it as often as what I used to do it, just through being really, really busy, you know, and you know, just so much work to do and trying to help so many different people. So, but that's just, you know, I just thought I'd try and come on and do like a little bit. But what I'm trying to do is to get people to get past this level of trying to fight everything. Okay, someone's just said something about like CT. I don't know if that means council tax or not. I don't know. Could be other things, right? But what I'm saying is you've got to remove controversy from your life. Now, if you stay in this low vibration, fighting all of these little battles that are pointless, right? What is the benefit from it? Now, I see a massive lot of claims and statements with no proof. Remember, whoever makes a claim has to prove that claim. So if you're going to make a claim that such and such is going to go and do something with my money that I've paid in, right, then you have to prove that claim, and nobody can actually bring forth proof of what is happening with anybody's financial assets that they've put out into the council tax or any tax or whatever it would be. Okay, so when I was doing these courses and they were talking about getting rid of controversy, it makes a lot of sense. And when I said, okay, so what do you mean by that? And I'm asking them the question. So they talked out, and then somebody brought up, and you got to remember, in the last courses that I've been studying with, they've got English and USA people, not just US. So it is valid no matter where you are. and that means Canada, US, the United, what do you call it, Australia, as well as the United Kingdom. So, and some people call it property taxes, some people call it council tax, whatever it is. Now, it's a massively disgusting, overpriced project, right? So you're paying all this money, and then they're going to go and empty the bins a couple of times. You know, it's obviously not worth the money. We completely agree. And we know that it's everything what they do about how to collect it, and everything that they do about how to actually enforce it is all unlawful. Some of it is actually completely illegal as well. But you know, it's like, you know, fair enough. You've got this hanging over, but it's such a well-oiled machine that they are going to trample all over you, no matter what. We've got a small group, very small group, only three, maybe four, in and out, that have been trying to actually monitor this fight of council tax very quietly, monitoring the Ministry of Justice. And we've got contacts in the managers of the Ministry of Justice that we've been negotiating with and talking with and finding out information. And the cases that we're working with, they're still no further forward now than they were 2 years ago. And it's just going round and round and round in circles. And I am ending up having to help people who are getting charges put on their property from the council, and they didn't even know. Then they are getting made bankrupt and then having to fight a bankruptcy from the council. And, you know, for what? For like, you know, I mean, I know it's a disgusting, unlawful charge, but should you not be looking at other bigger things and how we can fight a bigger picture? Right? It's just, I don't know. The only people that are getting rich are debt collectors, Bristol and Suter and the like. And it makes me violently ill. You know, they put on their record. They recorded the highest profits they've ever made ever since they've been created. That company, Bristol and Suter, debt collectors, and it's not from bank loans. It's not from credit cards. It is all from council tax, right? So you are making them people rich. So I think I would be starting to do, you know, when you're in a fight and you're boxing, kickboxing, you know, and you think, do you know what? I'm not actually winning this fight. I'm not actually scoring the points I need to do. I'm not actually hurting that guy or whatever it is to make him stop fighting back. I need to change my tactics. So I just think a lot of people need to start changing their tactics. That's why I'm launching the Checkmate the Matrix. We want to play better chess. So what I want to do is I want to put it into like, look, why don't you move above the matrix by creating an income? So I'm taking it straight out of Andrew Tate's book, moving it up, because the matrix is a disease of the poor, right? When he was talking about the old thing that we got locked up for back in 2020, still can't say the words, all right, because you get sanctioned. But he said when he tried to go on a plane and he was like, oh, they've got to do this, and you've got to like queue up there, and you've got to be this far apart and that far apart. Okay. Hiya, Teresa. How are you doing? Good to see you. And you know, they were shouting at him and everything like that because he couldn't get in any first class, and it was like, you know, really annoying, and his business kept going between Europe and England. So the next time he flew, he actually went onto a private jet. He got a ticket because, you know, you don't just have your own private jet. You can get a seat on a private jet that's going somewhere, and you get chauffeur driven, you get picked up. And he said nobody had this on. Nobody did that. They didn't say you got to keep this far apart. They didn't say that you had to do this. You could do whatever you wanted because they know it didn't exist. Right? So you get to a certain level of income, all these problems disappear. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a millionaire like he is. I'm not saying that whatsoever. Okay. But what I'm saying is what we need to do is we need to up our game, and we need to be playing games that they can play, which is why you bring in things like foundations, which doesn't cost a lot of money. You know, people get so confused by it and bamboozled and lied to by other groups. Oh, yes, it's got to be worded in such a such as the woo woo. And it's like, you know, magic dust. And all of this stuff to be a private trust and a foundation. And if you don't write it this way, and all they're trying to do is make everybody scared so that they all run and pay them money. And that's it. That's all it is. Honestly, it's crazy. But if you can actually get your income raised up to a level, which we've actually got courses there that can show you how to create an online business, boom, with no money, right? You can actually start a business now online with no money, easier than any other time in history, any other time ever. And I've been doing online business since 2005. Okay, I've sold everything you can imagine, martial arts, obviously, products and air self-defense products onto there, but even perfume. Okay, coaching courses, or everything that you can there. I've been involved in it. I've been sort of like really involved at the forefront of it and pushing it and trying to develop programs. So there, right now, I'm looking at other ways of doing it, and I'm looking how these guys that I'm talking to, which are in school, right, 13, 14, 15-year-old, and they are children, they're making more money than the teachers. And they're saying the same thing. It's easier now to make more money, to make money online than at any other time before. And it's all about content creation. And we've actually set up a course on that. Check matethematrix.com on how you can do it. And it's free. You don't need to buy anything to get started. You don't need to actually pay for a course to actually do it. That you don't have to go and buy fancy software or anything. You can actually get started for virtually nothing and start to create an income that's going to help you and your family, and then you can start to help you be able to get out of that matrix level. All right, get above the matrix level, and then you can start to checkmate the matrix, play them at their own games. Once you don't worry about things, right, you shouldn't be fighting everybody, right? If it's a bill, just pay the bloody thing, get it out of the way, right? No matter what it is. Honestly, if you're concentrating on somebody the other day, and sent me this message and spoken to them and says, went, what? Well, like, I'm trying to fight the council tax, but I'm worried about it. So, well, what are you worried about? Why are you fighting it if you're worried? Well, I've got my children in the house, and sometimes they're on their own. And if the bailiff knocks, how selfish is that? Right? That you have got the ego that you want to go out and fight that battle, but you're going to leave your children in the front line of a fight. That is exactly what you're doing. Okay, that's just like the same as like running into a battle, okay, and you've got your armor on, but you're going to throw your children at them. Say, don't harm them, they're in the way, right? I mean, come on, let's go and think about it. Like, why not go and like get an actual business that you can create, which is easy to create. It's not a genius, and I've actually got all of the material there on how to do it. Get started and create an online business. And if you don't create an online business, I'm telling you now, the middle class are going to be wiped out next year, right? There's millions of jobs going to be wiped out next year. Fiat currency is going to get replaced very soon. Could be next week. Right? It's like, it's scary. The fiat currency is on the verge of collapse. The fiat currency is the biggest Ponzi scheme ever invented, and it's ready to collapse any day. So we need to be studying, and that's why I'm going to get Mike on, another friend of mine, and studying and teaching people, all right, how to actually get into decentralized finance and protect your income. Because most families in all of these countries, call it the West, all right? So you've got the United Kingdom, you've got the USA, you've got Canada or Australia, New Zealand, right? They're 2 or 3 months away, paychecks away from being homeless, right? And I have been homeless more than once, more than one occasion. So I've been there, I know what it is. I mean, I've been sitting there literally with like no money to pay for anything, food or anything, right? Living in a car. So I'm not trying to like belittle anybody or anything. I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. I know how hard things can be. But right, I've always fought my way out. I've always pushed up. So like, well, I'm not getting beat by anything or anybody. I'm always going to push forward. So now I'm trying to help others to push forward in these times that have never existed before, right? Because they are attacking you more now than at any other time. The matrix is attacking you more now than at any other time, be it from government or whatever. They are just trying to destroy everything in existence. So we need to try and move up above that. Can you not see how hard that they're actually making it? Can you not see now, right? Whereas before they would actually do things and then try and hide it or lie about it. Now they're actually just like slapping you in the face and not even trying to make it that it was a mistake. They're actually going to do 9/11 and blow up towers and make them collapse. But I'm just giving a comparison here, by the way. They're not even going to lie about it. They're not even going to lie about it next time. You know, they're going to say, oh, yeah, it was us. You know, what are you going to do about it? You know, what are you going to do? You know, it is getting to that level, you know. That's a lot of money, Petri. Good luck with that one. I'll help you with that one. All right. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, Lowell, they're another one. And they have been making fortunes. Like I say, like, you know, like in Petri, who's in Sweden, I do believe. You know, we've been like dealing a lot together and helping with I'm talking about debts, okay? So I'm talking about like credit cards and bank loans and sometimes mortgages. Now, I have a friend of mine, colleague of mine, who is using the equity side to actually fight repossessions, and he's winning. Now, I'm not talking about getting all your money back from mortgages or any of that nonsense. Please do not fall for that nonsense. But he has actually getting very good results on stopping repossessions of homes using equity. Now, I'm talking about equity on an equity jurisdiction law, not any of this, how would I put it, accept for value nonsense or free man on the land nonsense, or, you know, this is really strong, powerful stuff. I actually wrote a set of notices for this guy this week. Well, it started last week. I did the first lot. I've done the second lot this week. I'm doing the third lot next week. Going on for what we call repentance anyway, and then acceptance, then going into dishonor, then going into certification of dishonor next week. And I had been working with him for a year and a half, and I had done all of the debtor creditor notices, putting everybody on notices, doing all of that, and you know, and the two groups that wouldn't go away, funnily, I think it's Petri just mentioned them, Lowell and PRA group, and just persistent. Now they're getting to a stage they say, "Oh, we're going to take you to court." These guys that I'm trying to help. So I changed it to do because I've been working with a different group, you know, so I was learning more. And when I was confident enough to use the notices, these notices on equity, you will never see in a public forum. There are no templates. You cannot get a template for it. You can't get a one thing suits all. Every single case is unique, and you have to write a notice out specifically for that case. So there's no templates. It doesn't work that way. But these, right, this I think it was PRA. They were texting him. I mean, why they had his phone number? He should never have done that, right? A lot of people do, though. I don't know why you give people your phone numbers when you're replying for loans. Don't put your text numbers in, your mobile numbers in. Shouldn't be doing that. You're not helping them, right? You are helping them, but you're actually pushing it to a level where they're controlling you. Okay. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Nice to see you. And anyway, so he was getting texts twice a day, every day from this PRA group. And they were pushing, saying, we're going to take you to court, we're going to do this, we're going to do the next thing. And I've handed in these equity notices, and everything stopped. Everything. And that was it's got to be all of last week. Oh, actually, this is Friday. So now it's 2 full weeks now. So we're moving into the third week next week. I forgot it was Friday. So everything for 2 weeks has just completely stopped when he was getting 2 texts every day harassing him. So, you know, you've a fantastic opportunity to actually get involved in checkmatethematrix.com. There's the link on that. So I thoroughly recommend getting yourselves involved in it and having a look, because it's all about how you can actually create an income, but also how you can actually fight them once you start getting that income, and also how you can protect your assets and income once you start making it as well. So this is a public, obviously, post, so I can't say too much about how we work the back end of things and protect things, but there's certainly a lot of major benefits involved in the work and the paperwork that we actually do and we can teach. But hang on, throat was getting sore and tight there. So anyway, I just thought I'd pop on and have a quick chat with everybody and see how everybody's doing. There's 40 on there. That's good, isn't it? Because I never told anyone I was coming on. I didn't really know what I was going to do. Today was a funny day. You know, I was running backwards and forwards. I'm getting ready to do a next set of videos to go up into the Checkmate the Matrix, which is about business, about how to actually create an online business, how to have multiple streams of income. So if you imagine everybody has a job, you got a job, just over broke, JOB. That is why we're only a few months away from literally being homeless, even with you've got your family with you, because you've got a job, and then everything is stress and pressure. We're actually teaching under the Checkmate the Matrix how to have multiple streams of income coming from all of these different directions. So you're not relying on just one or two or three. And if there is a problem is created with one stream of income, it's okay, because you've got 2 and 3 and 4 that are actually already working as well. That makes sense. Does that not make sense? To have more than one stream of income? I mean, like when I was a kid growing up, funnily enough, yesterday I was talking with this guy. I was trying to help him out with some asset problems that he had. Anyway, I'm not going to tell his story, but it was, you know, and I was there for quite some time, backwards and forwards, chatting. We're just talking about growing up. He was same age as me, grew up in the Northeast. And, you know, I was just saying, I was basically born and lived in a butcher shop, you know. The shop was at the front. We lived in the back. We lived up the stairs. I had an outside toilet. Everything was freezing. We had no heating system. Yeah, the only room that was ever warm in the winter was the scullery, which it had an auger. Now these are luxury items. It was the only thing we could cook on. It was the only thing that could keep us warm. We would all run down the stairs when you got up in the morning to get into the scullery or kitchen. Let's call it a kitchen, because it was warm and it had the auger in, and we could get dressed there without freezing, you know. But once you're dressed, then you had to go outside into the yard, trundle through and get to the toilet, you know. Yeah, it's funny that talking to him about that. But anyway, it was a good chat, and I did help him in the end, and you know, got to go back and see him, you know. Yeah, cool. So I just thought I'd pop on there tonight and have a bit of a chat and see what's going on. See if anybody was about. So because though I've actually moved most of the work and everything over to checkmatethematrix.com, I haven't been going on too much on the Facebook group, because Too Tall is actually doing a lot of that for us now. So he's looking after everybody on there. YouTube, I have been so busy trying to develop all these programs that I haven't done many videos, and nothing to do with anything except busyness. Just been so busy, you know. And you know, we are going to do more like YouTube videos, but we're going to move. I have so what do you call that thing again? TikTok channel, right? But I'm gonna wipe off all the videos and gonna relaunch the whole thing very, very soon. Getting ready for January, you know. No, which one is that? YouTube? No, I'm not going to disappear off YouTube. I've had a lot of hassle on YouTube. I've had a lot of, you know, they report the videos, try to like get you taken down and everything. But the only real reason is just being so busy, Ali. It's nothing to do with getting removed from YouTube, because I like YouTube. You know, when you're working with, you've got to tie it together, and this is part of the business plan that we're showing people, how to tie TikTok and YouTube together, and how to work with the algorithm. And it's like how to make money, and how we're showing, giving people ideas, then trying to actually get them to move with their ideas to develop your own business. It would be, honestly, it's easier now to have your own business online than at any other time ever in history. And this is the time where we need to start like trying to help how to checkmate the matrix, move above the matrix, where we've got at least the income where we can move in and start developing our own chess moves to checkmate the matrix. Does that not make sense? Would that not be better than controversy? Right, going into the law courses that I've done, when they say remove all controversy, remove the controversy, don't argue. The legal system is an argument. Argue with the mind. It's an argument. Everything in the legal system is about arguing. In law, it's about removing controversy and moving forward. Okay? Hello there. I can't really say that word, Remen, but I do feel better, by the way, but I'm not really sure that we should be talking about different accounts and things like that. Got to be, you know, don't tell people your personal information on here. There's too many people looking, you know. I have got a Rumble channel. Yeah, I've got Rumble, and I've never actually looked at it for quite some time now. I'll have to go and have a look at it tomorrow and see. But I do have one, George, a Rumble channel, and what's the other one as well that's on there? Again, there would have been, you know, I would have kept up, and I will make an effort to keep up and do more. Not just obviously this is good coming live, but I would have done more videos if I just hadn't had such a massive workload. And also a lot of it is my own fault, because I've wanted to create this new platform with checkmatethematrix.com, you know. No, Telegram. I hate Telegram. I really can't get by with Telegram. I don't know what it is. Just like, you know, I have got a group on, and we've got people that help us run it, but I really don't even like going on it. You know, and I get other people to help me with it. I can't get away with it. The video channel, you know, you've got like Rumble, YouTube, and there's one more. What is it called again? I've got one of them as well. You know, but I store all of my videos on Wistia. Is it wistia.com? And then what I do is I share them on Checkmate the Matrix. Okay, but I store them on wistia.com. And this is how we teach other people how to do it, how to store it for free. It's all stored for free, you know. Discord, again, I don't really like Discord either. I'm on it, and I've got some friends of mine that have put me on it, because I use for artwork, what is it called again on Discord, to keep it on Discord, and you do the AI art. What is it called? You got to know. If you know Discord, you got to know it. But Discord, I've tried it a few times, and it just does my head in. Apart from when you use that, what is it called? Come on, tell me what it's called. All of my artwork is designed by it. I'll show you my artwork. Or you share your screen again. BitChute is the video channel, George. Exactly, there you go. So I've got BitChute and Rumble for more videos on there. That's a backup, isn't it, for when they try and knock you off YouTube. Midjourney is the artwork. You ever seen Midjourney? There you go. Watercolor Mid-Journey. And you do fantastic as long as you watch, you know, because sometimes if you're putting the instructions into Mid-Journey, I've actually had pictures come up what amazing. I'm like, wow. And then you notice they've got like 3 legs. Or you've got animals with an extra arm, an extra leg coming up, you know, or they've got 7 fingers and stuff like that. So it is a bit weird like that, but Mid-Journey, that's the one. Yeah, watercolor. And you know, and it does fantastic artwork, but it does. And I've been using it for a while. And there's people actually, you know, every single image that you make on Mid-Journey, by the way, as soon as you've made it and it gives it to you and you download that, it's copyrighted. That's your image forever, you know, and it's fantastic. So the link, if you look at the link on there, someone's saying it doesn't come up. You have to put checkmatethematrix.com/opt-in. Then it comes up. Okay. That's how you actually do it. All right. So if you want to go and have a look at that link. And then watch the link. I'm going to renew the videos on it anyway. But here I want to share. Like, how do you share the screen? I'll show you it. Give me a look. Do I have to press that one? Share screen. Yeah, I think I can do that. And then share it. There we go. This is checkmatethematrix.com. Okay. So this is the actual, look at it there, the community side. So you can actually see in there, you can put posts in the community, talk to each other. You got the calendar. If you go to the calendar, look, see, on every Wednesday, next one is next week, which is the 13th, we have our online business meetings, how to create online business. And then every Thursday we have our PMA meetings, and it goes through every if you click on this link, and actually I'll click on, you can see it blue. It will take you through to the link where you have to click on it to actually join the meeting. So it's all tied together very well. If you go into the classrooms, and you've got various different courses in here. So we've got a mindset course. I haven't finished that one yet. That's why it's not closed. That's why you can't open it, right? But then we have our digital business growth to beat the matrix. It's on there. So you click on that one. It takes you and shows you how to do all of that. Then we've got checkmate the matrix with equity law. You open that one. Here's a private trust. So once you actually start making money, I'll show you ways on how you can actually stop paying tax. It's in there. We also have self-protection or self-defense, whatever you want to call it. Save yourself from the zombie apocalypse. That's what that's for. Excuse me. Now, again, we've got debt, and which is the debt smash, which is the debtor and creditor version. Okay, it still works. And if you, I'm talking, by the way, debt to me is a credit card or a bank loan. Not talking about council tax. Can't be bothered with that. So everything that we do, the recorded meetings, which is the PMA meetings, not the business meetings. The business meetings all go in here. The PMA meetings, private members association, all go in there. Okay, and this is checkmatethematrix.com. So you've got the community side where you can chat with each other, make your own posts. You've got the classrooms with all the courses, the calendar which shows you where the meetings are, and you can click on that, shows you all the members. This is just a bit of fun. I don't want to show you it because it's got different people's names on right now. Okay, and that is our checkmate the matrix. Come back into that, and there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so Raman, you're saying, was I talking about tangent earlier? I don't know what you mean by that. Tangent? Am I saying that correctly? So if you explain a bit more, let's see. But Lulu there, I mean, I'll tell you what, let's show that one. She can come up. Interested in making an income. This will be perfect for a single mom. Honestly, perfect. Home educating. How do I go about it? Well, go and have a look, right? If you actually click on the link, checkmatethematrix.com. Let's go back and see. I'll put it back on if I can find it. There. All right. And obviously /opt-in. If you go onto there, you've got a week free. Okay. So it's going to cost you absolutely nothing to go and have a look at it. So you could go onto there, Lulu, right? Then you can actually see, and it teaches you not only how to start creating this online business. Now, I'm not being funny, right? I've even got Janine interested in it. She goes, oh, I could do that. I'm going to get to, I can actually talk about stuff like that. All right. We're talking about content creation, by the way, content creation. Now, I have done multiple courses on content creation ever since 2005. So it's not like I've been doing it for a couple of weeks, you know, like it's a big thing. And it's been getting more and more and more controlled and more concentrated by video. But which makes it easier. Now, I know now that you've got like people can make money by using my methods, not my methods, but the methods that I can show you, and it costs you virtually nothing. And I can show you how to start it from nothing, you spending no money or virtually no money. I'm only talking about a few quid to be able to develop it into hundreds and thousands of pounds on a monthly basis. And then on how you can actually up your own game to create it once you've got a bit of money to spare, how to actually push it on and get different levels of income to you get bigger levels of income. Once you're doing that, that to me is perfect. Get away from universal credit. That is how they're going to control you. Universal credit, pensions, anything that's benefit related, they will have 100% control of you. You can see they're doing it even before the CBDCs come in, even before the digital currency comes in. They're controlling you. They will be able to close your bank down if you do not do what you are told. So you can actually get different levels of income, so you're not on benefits. So you move away from the universal credit. You're moving away from their control. So honestly, Lulu, go in there, click on the link, get involved, go in there. You got a week free. At the end of the week, if you think, oh, I can't do it, leave. But you can ask as many questions as you want. You can listen to the business meetings. You can watch the recordings of the business meetings. You can watch all of the videos showing you how to develop your own online business. I'm telling you, you know, anyone can do this. I've got school children that are making more money than their teachers. I've got people there that are in their 50s and 60s that are making more money than they had at their normal jobs. They lost their jobs. They were depressed. Right, they started making more money now than what they've ever done before by doing these things online. And this is the only way you're going to do it. We have to move from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. We need to move from old finance to new finance, from centralized finance to decentralized finance. Yes, it might be cryptocurrency. This is the ridiculous thing. People say, oh, yeah, I don't trust crypto. It's not real. What? So fiat currency is with a big value of zero. Fiat currency, which is a Ponzi scheme, and they can actually stop. They are going to close the banks very soon. And when they close the banks, whatever you've left in the bank, be it 1 penny or £1,000,000, you get nothing back. Right? And it'll be gone. I'm telling you now. Right? So which is fake then? You tell me. That's nuts. Fiat currency is a fake currency. It's tied to zero. It's not got any value whatsoever. And every fiat currency in history has always returned to its value, which was absolutely nothing. All right. Oh, you're more than welcome, Ascension. Reggie Middleton. I haven't heard of Reggie Middleton. Philip, who is that then? Sounds interesting. It's not Ron Pickford, is it? That's funny. Talking about that today. Has anyone ever heard of Ron Pickford? Let me know if you've ever heard of Ron Pickford and who it is as well, if you have heard of him. But Reggie, I presume Reggie Middleton. I haven't. No. Is that something to do with decentralized finance or cryptocurrency? I mean, there's a lot of people who are very clever at it, by the way, as well. And it's, it's not me. I actually help other people. Okay, he's got some patents for decentralized finance. That's good. That's really good. So that's what you need to move into, decentralized finance, where they cannot control your money. I think he's talking to other people in there. Yeah. Crypto wallet, yeah, definitely the crypto wallet, and it needs to be a cold wallet. Whatever you've got on crypto, make sure that you keep your own keys. You never tell anyone else your keys. Another thing, right? When you see these people talking about, oh, we're going to go into the, what do they call it again? The Jasara, and there's going to be freedom of this, freedom of that, and all your debt will be released. What a load of bollocks. And they're saying, oh, all you got to do is you got to give us your keys and we will open your QFS system up. Do not give anyone your keys. Ever, ever, ever. Not your keys, not your crypto. You have lost your money. Do not trust these people that are talking about a quantum financial system, and we're going to have a quantum financial system bank. Just give us your keys to your crypto. We'll move it into your quantum system. They are going to rob you blind. There is no such thing as the Jasara. Jasara is completely, utterly made up nonsense. You will get absolutely nothing. Have you heard of Ronnie Pickering? Oh, Ronnie Pickering. R.I.P. Ronnie Pickering. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, but like I say, the decentralized finance is the thing to move into. And by the way, I mean, I'm not sort of like there yet. I'm still in the middle of trying to move things over and learn things. And I'm speaking. Hiya, Dorian. How are you doing? Never seen you for ages. Not that I've been on, so yeah, my fault completely. But it's good to see you. Yeah, so I'm trying to learn more about decentralized finance, so I can move into decentralized finance. But what I've been doing is been building up and concentrating on equity and offshore trusts, so that we can protect in different ways. What does that say? Didn't try and move things over and learn things. I'm speaking. How do you declare? What does that mean? How do you declare? I'm not really sure what that means. How do you declare? Yeah, I mean, never connect your wallet to any website. That's George putting down there. Don't connect your I presume he means wallet. All right. To any of these any website really. You don't need to. And you don't need to, you see, because what happens when you get a cold wallet or even a hot wallet, whichever one, you get a receiving address. Now, when you get somebody, if you wanted me to send you some crypto now, you could publicly give me your public receiving address, because nobody can harm you by doing it. So I would then have to use that address to send you crypto. I can't take anything from your wallet. I can't take anything. I can only send it to you. So that's the only thing that you need, and that's the only thing you make public. You don't give anything else to anybody. You don't show anybody anything. Okay? So yeah, definitely. So I need to do a health and finance lasting power of attorney for each member of family. Bit of a pain, but we'll do it. Yeah. Someone else was just asking that before, and the thing is, you got to do it, and everybody thinks you got to do it when you get older. You should do it before you lose competency, because if you get questioned once on competency, there's a chance they'll not let you allow, and they will not allow you to have your lasting power of attorney and give it to a third party, because you can only give your power away. Lasting power of attorney means you're giving power to someone else if you lose competency, right? Which could be anything from even just getting knocked unconscious. So you got to think of things like that, you know. All right, so how do I declare myself alive? By stating you're alive. How do I declare myself alive? 1660, yeah, exactly. All you got to do is declare yourself alive. Okay, so to who is the thing? Now, no matter, it says thoughts of mind 1111, 1111, I'll say, because it's easier. So, are you a man or a woman? I don't mean that being rude, right? You're either a man or a woman, and to be a man or a woman, you will stand under the law and the only authority that exists, which is the law of the creator, the authority of the creator. So you're a man. So then you stand as a man under the law of the creator. No one has authority over you except the creator. So who do you have to tell that? You don't have to tell anyone. You know, you can't. I'm not talking about these things. What do you call them? Live life claims that people do, and all of these things, and you know, buy these things for fortunes. You know, but you don't need to declare it anywhere, because you are. You've just told me you're a man, so I believe you. You're a man. So you must be alive because you're actually doing some physical actions. You are acting as a man because you've actually messaged me. So then you must be alive acting as a man. Therefore, you're a man. Therefore, that you're actually like under the creator. So there you go. So if anybody ever asked you, like a clown in a costume, and they ever said anything to you, I'm a man. Who are you? What's your name? I'm a man. And that's it. You've declared it. You don't need to do anything else. Do you think that any piece of paper is going to make you more of a man or a woman, for the women that are watching, right? Let's just say that you've got these people that are charging, some of them are charging 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand to do what they call a live life claim. I don't even know what that means, right? We're not all alive, living as man and woman under the creator. You know, I mean, you don't need to declare anything. We are what we are. A coroner? Well, what a coroner? I used to know one. I used to know a coroner. Brian Gallant. He was the coroner for Southeast Northumberland. He's retired now. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. But yeah, he used to declare everyone dead, but he didn't declare them dead. The doctor did. He just actually signed the birth certificate. Once you actually got the confirmation through from the doctor that the body was dead, you know. So all you're doing is you're declaring the body is dead because the doctor said that the body was dead because they took the pulse and decided it was dead. So, but what would be the difference? All right. So I'll tell you two stories. Again, all from working with different law courses. And I'm talking about law, not legal. So stick your legal up your backside, okay? I'm not interested in that. If I was going to be doing legal, I would only be doing it if I was doing a smashadebt.com, i.e. dealing in the legislation of GDPR and DPA because it was a debt, all right? And when I say debt, remember, I'm only talking about bank debt and credit card debt. I do not want anything to do or talk about council tax, which is not a debt, it's an unpaid bill, or utility bills. They're not debts, they're an unpaid bill, all right? I'm not into that. Okay, but the what they say is they'll stand there and state point blank that they are a man. So one of the guys that I was training with, now they took his children from him. They actually took his children away, right? And he declared them as his property because he is a man, and the highest right man has is the right to property. Property, proper to I, property. Not real property as in real estate, which is taxable. I'm talking about property of man. His children, what you create, you own. He definitely created the children. So he actually put in a claim against the state, because it was America, put in a claim against the state for there was a trespass by way of theft of his property, his private property, which was his children. And it took a long time because it was arguing. They were trying to get him to recontract, i.e. give joinder, right? What's your name? I'm a man, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Eventually got it turned around at the court of mankind, and he actually like completely changed it all and got his children back because they were his property, his private property. Also, go and check this out. You can check this out yourself, right? There was a guy called John Mopp. John, M-O-P-P, Mopp. Now, he got arrested in the state of Oklahoma for having a whole field full of marijuana plants. Now, he got put in prison, and his wife sued the state of Oklahoma for trespass by way of theft of her private property. Her private property was her husband. They stole her husband and put him in prison. They did return her husband. You can go and check it out. I actually had the case file. It's called Mopp, M-O-P-P. And she got him released and put back to her. And then he used the same technique, right, or the same case, right, to get his plants back, because they took all his marijuana plants and he got them all back, right? Be them dead or not, whatever, because they obviously took them away, but he got them back because they had stolen his property and they had stolen the wife's property, because property is the highest right to man. Nothing to do with legal, nothing to do with legislation. Law is law, right? To hell with like legislation and when they're lying to and all that nonsense. I'm talking about the law being the law, okay? I don't really do consultations. Let's go back on here. All right. Dorian was in there. Does he have 1% of the UCC and go straight after the birth certificate? Yeah, I know, but I mean, they're still, at the end of the day, property is property, and they got them back by declaring property. Okay. You're not spelling it right. It's L-E-N-Z, called lens. Yeah, he definitely did. Of course he did. Or maybe a L-E-N-T-Z, but it's lengths anyway. It's not lengths with, like, you know, as in the piece of rope length, you know. But yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. To work together, you know. But it doesn't make it any better, does it? You know, it doesn't make it any worse. So, and the thing is as well, on the courses that I'm talking about as well, you're only going to talk about being at law and using law. Remember, solicitors, when they say I'm practicing law, barristers are practicing law, because they can only practice it, because they can't stand that law, because they can only be in legal. There's an enormous difference between legal and lawful. We're only going to stand as lawful at law. Okay, so John Little used law to get his children back. John Mopp used law to get his marijuana plants back. John Mopp's wife used law to get her husband back, because law states that property is the highest right of man. I know that there's people out there and they attack me and slag me off. I could not give a monkey's storm a testicle what anyone says. Right? I know when I'm studying law, the law states that property is the highest right of man. If you put it into legal terms, you've already lost, because you can only go into legal because it's an argument and you've accepted a title. If you accept a title, Mr. anything other than man, and it's not, oh, I'm sovereign man, because that's not you've accepted a title. You're a man, not a sovereign man, not a free man, not this man, not that man. You're either or a woman, okay, a man or a woman, and that's it, nothing else. And you stand as a man or a woman under the Creator, the only authority that there is. You can call it God if you like, okay, whatever you want to say. But right, it is what it is, and the highest right that we have as man or woman is property. So we declare that as our property. Then once you're declaring that as your property, you express your law. You express your law by stating what your law is. Now these other people, they express their statutes and acts. It's an act, it's fake, it's not real, but everyone believes it's real. Not everyone, but the majority believe it's real because they shout louder than everyone else, and that's it. Can you not see that? Right? If we can get into like being more working in the law and being man under the, how much better would life be? When they're talking about all of these things that they are doing now, which is absolutely disgusting. Okay, what they're doing in the world. I don't want to go on about it, but they're saying that this is legal. 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 It's perfectly legal to go and murder thousands of little children. Perfectly legal. So they've got nothing to worry about. Okay, you wait until they get past this existence with just a flesh suit. This flesh suit will disappear very soon for anyone, and they will go and stand in front of the Creator and have to answer for the law that they broke of destroying the life of them little children. Mrs. Mop, she was brilliant. Yeah. So anyway, and as well, Greg that I was talking about before, who was like part of John's course, he got arrested, and he had an apartment full of plants as well, marijuana plants. And again, it was just recontract. He refused to give a contract. They were pushing for a recontract, And the biggest, and I know this, and like the amount of people that do my head in, and what they do is everyone has the right to remain silent, but not many people actually have the ability to do it. So they go blah, 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 and recontract, all the same. Do you not know, right, that when you actually give a one-word answer of yes, okay, you've actually made a new contract. When I was doing the equity course, okay, and then there was a guy who was explaining this guy had to travel 3 hours to get to court every day, and he'd walk into court, and as soon as it was his turn to stand up, and the judge would say to him, "How was your trip here today?" And he would say, "Fine, judge, fine." You might think that that is nothing, but we're not talking about nothing. We're talking about the law of the sea. We're talking about contract law. We actually are. It is the UCC, but it's disguised. So it's not really UCC. It's commercial. It's all commercial. And what you've done is just recontracted. You've made a new contract because you answered in the affirmative. Fine, judge. Yes, judge. Great, judge. No problem, judge. You did it. You've now got a new contract. You're under contract, and you are tied to that court. You are now a legal entity. You are a person tied to that court. Okay, so we say nothing. If you have to say anything, then you, as king, ask the questions. Okay, so you either point blank ignore them. How was your trip here today? right? You have to reverse that. You know, even so, do I have to answer that, judge? Am I compelled under performance to answer that, judge? Are we looking at recontracting? Are you making me another offer? Are you making me another offer, judge? Can you explain the offer to me, please, judge? They'll shut up, okay? But that's but everyone says, oh yeah, fine, contract, boom, 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 and you know, no joiner. There you go, Dory. That's what it is. It's a contract, joiner contract. You know. What does that say there? Will our notices have to be rewritten to remove all legal jurisdiction terms and language? I don't know. I've never seen your notices. But my for instance, we have these certain documents, be it on well, equity documents. Nothing ever mentions anything at all about anything legal. They've got no act, no statute, no this, no that. You know, we don't make claims because if you make a claim, you have to prove the claim. We have trust documents. On the trust documents, there's no acts, no statutes. You know, there's nothing like that. You know, so yeah. I mean, I don't know what your notices say. Remain, ramen, whatever. I don't know how to say that, but you know, so I don't know. But if they've got legal terms in, right? If you're stating, oh, I'm going to do this because of case law this, I'm going to do that because of case law that, then you're not talking about law, you're talking about legal. And it doesn't matter what you say. Oh, I'm standing on my human, what's it called again? Human rights? Yeah. What fucking rights? Right? If you're talking about human rights, then you're a hue of a man, which a hue is a color, right? Color of law, which is fake. Color of money, which is fake. Color of man, which is fake. The hue of man, fake man. So you're not really a man, you're a person. Human rights, there's no rights whatsoever. You know, you stand on your inalienable rights of standing under the creator. We stand as a man or woman under the creator, and that is the highest and the only authority that there is. And if we stand there, exactly, human, right, the color of man. So we don't want human rights, we don't want any rights. We are man or woman standing under the creator. Oh, what time is it now? Oh, my God, it's nearly 9 o'clock. I didn't mean to be on this long, so I'm going to have to go soon. All right, thank you very much for coming along. I just thought I would pop on for a bit. Now, we're going to do a lot of different work talking about the Checkmate the Matrix, but if you do get the chance, go and have a look, because, you know, you can actually have a look for free anyway for the week. So be respectful. Be a man or a woman and stand under the creator and go and have a look at it. And if you don't want anything else, then leave it. Makes no problem. Right of self-determination, standing as a man. All there is to it. Or a woman. You know, but I can't do anything except stand as a man. There we go. You are more than welcome, Philip. More than welcome. So I think I'll have to shoot now. So I never meant to be on this long. I was thinking I was going to come on live for an hour. But anyway, hopefully I get this recorded and I'll put it up as well. And I will wish you all a very good evening and hope you have enjoyed the little bit of my banter and a little bit of chat. And enjoy the rest of the strong end. The day of Saturday tomorrow, isn't it? Saturday. Okay. All right. You are more than welcome. Yeah, thank you very much, Lulu. Thank you very much, Watercolor. Thank you very much, George. Yeah, it does fly, doesn't it? Yeah, continue. I'm definitely going to, and then not actually only going to be here an hour and then I'm going to bed. Cheers, Christina. See you later. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. Hope everyone else enjoyed it as well. And we will all see you all later. Take care, by the way. And like I say, have a good Saturday, good Sunday, and keep looking after yourselves and looking after each other.